All right, so me and my dog are getting ready to go see the Christmas light show or whatever. So I have a few minutes to talk about something before we do that. If you're someone that's new to shadow work, or you're someone that just wants to better understand these concepts, the concept of the persona versus the shadow, the concept of good versus evil, and things like that, I watched a couple things recently that really triggered these concepts for me, or exemplified or embodied these concepts. And I think that they're a great example to share with you guys. The first of these is going to be School of Good and Evil. The second is going to be Addams Family Values when they go to summer camp. The bubbly, the seemingly good, positive people versus the dark, shadowy others, right? The outcasts, so to speak, the villains. Now, Dr. Carl Jung has expressed that the more prominent or more honed the persona, the darker the shadow. Hence, when you get people, personality disorders like psychopathy, narcissism, things of this nature, these are personality disorders wherein these people have honed their persona almost to perfection. The mask falls, but that depends on the level of narcissism or psychopathy they're at and things of that nature. But the point is still the same. When you pretend to be positive, perfect, sociable, extroverted, kind, compassionate all the time, it typically means that there is a part of you, a darkness within you, that you are refusing to let other people see. But that is specifically for the personality disordered, the people that intentionally hone that positive aspect of themselves, that mask or that persona, so to speak, with ulterior motives. When it comes to regular people, however, that are just simply unaware of their own darkness, it's almost cringy to watch. And this is a perfect example when you're watching the School of Good and Evil. It's like the people that are supposed to be good are typically very mean people. And the same applies to the kids in the Addams Family Values movie at the camp. They belittle, they ostracize, they make fun of Wednesday and her brother and all the other outcasts, right? All the people that are different. Even the leaders of this camp do that. And it's so weird to me. It's like at least Wednesday and these other villainous people don't pretend to be something they're not. Don't pretend that they're perfect. Don't pretend that they don't have darkness within them at all. This is what these positive, good people are doing. And yet you can see the darkness and the shadow seeping out of every part of them, right? It's so weird to me to watch. Versus Wednesday and Pugsley, who are up front with how they're different, or up front with how they don't receive joy from any of these shenanigans that these other people pretend to enjoy and things of this nature. This is all social programming for the most part. And it's important that you guys understand that, because when you're talking about shadow work, you're talking about integration. You're talking about self-awareness. You're talking about intentionally implementing parts of yourself and being whole. And this can be incredibly uncomfortable when you're dealing with people who aren't even aware of shadow concepts, because they think that you're supposed to be agreeable all the time, right? That you're supposed to be nice. I myself am someone that has no desire to be nice. I prefer to be truthful. I prefer to be kind authentically, but truthful and able to implement boundaries when needed, right? I don't go out of my way to be mean to people or to hurt people, but I say what needs to be said. Because when I can feel something causing conflict within me, when it's not even my burden, you better believe I'm going to implement those boundaries. You better believe I'm going to say what needs to be said so you can become aware of your own shadow and how it is impacting me. So what I'm essentially trying to say in this video is that the more dichotomous or the greater the duality is that we put in these archetypal presentations, right? The more cringy it is, because people are not dichotomous. People are not dual. We are meant to be one. We are meant to be whole. We have different aspects of our psyche, different aspects of ourselves. And that's the beauty of shadow work. It's learning about them and integrating them, not learning about them and repressing one or the other. Do the work. Learn about who you are in totality. Learn about your triggers. Learn about your darkness. Learn about the things that bother you. Learn about the things that make you uncomfortable to tolerate. And integrate that strength. Integrate that awareness. And be able to be your whole self every day. And that, my friends, is a gift of shadow work.